This poster, this is the first time I've seen an African American poster like this for World War II. There were always Caucasian men in the posters, and I never knew these posters even existed. When was the first time you ever saw a poster of an African American? Do you remember?
No, I can't say I do.
Well, I'm glad you saved this one because this is definitely something that's unique to me. And this is good also for historical purposes. During wartime, I mean, I always was curious of what goes through a man's mind when he knows that death could be at any time.
Well, I know that people have died for look like no reason at all, be killed in an automobile accident, crossing the street, something like that. They can die most anywhere at any time. But I think you should use your life so that if you do die, you have made some contribution to the human race.
Yes, like your life should have a purpose.
That's correct.
Well, thank you, Mr. Louis. I really appreciate you and your wife having me in your home today. So I'm here with Vince Petway and the Mac Lewis Gym, East Baltimore, Baltimore, Maryland. Now, Vince, what are they doing now?
Right now they're in the middle of shadow boxing, just with an imaginary opponent in front of them, getting ready for when they do go out there and actually be in a fight. They imagine an opponent in front of them to prepare them for what an actual opponent may do to them so they can prepare themselves to, slip punches, come back with counter punches, set the other guy up and set little traps, do different little things that they practice on day to day to be able to help them when it's time for them in an actual fight.
Another question I always wanted to know, how does boxing prevent a lot of violence in the community?
Well, mainly when you leave the gym, if you came in the gym and worked really hard like you're supposed to, you don't have time for that shenanigans and stuff that take place outside the gym. You don't want to be a part of it. Now, there are times when you get caught up in situations where sometimes you don't have a choice. And there were some situations where I didn't have a choice but to fight on the street because, you get deemed or labeled some certain things if you don't stand there and defend yourself. So to keep people from coming at you that way, you had to deal with that. But the times have changed. It's not like that now. So what I try to do and tell most guys, walk away, show you the bigger person, just avoid that avenue or incidents any way you can. Period. If you can go home a different way, go home a different way. So we had to learn that throughout the years because times have definitely changed. They don't fight anymore. They shoot, kill, ask questions later. So to avoid all of that, just go the opposite way. We'll get a ride from somebody if you need a ride.
Well, that's good because I can keep them out of the street and the penitentiary.
Oh, yeah. These guys out here see is an opportunity to get the fast money, the cars, the girls, whatever. But what they don't see is what you have waiting for you when you get caught.